What's up YouTube? It's Carlos. Today I got a special video for you guys. I'm gonna do a half of a portfolio reveal, show you guys kind of the stocks that I'm messing around with. Currently I'm sitting at 3,350. I'm gonna put another 450 in there, and I'm gonna spread it amongst 27 companies. And within those 27 companies, I got my blue chip dividend stocks, I got my EV market stocks, my electrical vehicles, and as well as I've been trying to kind of push the envelope on more marijuana industry stocks. You got 4 states that just passed new bills making it legal, so I just feel like it's about time for me to hop in there and kind of get on that train before it takes off without me. So I hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment down below if you guys got any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer anything for you guys.
All right, guys, let's get right into this. So here's my current stock value. I'm at 4,362. Total profits 1,136. So I honestly I don't have the biggest portfolio. I have a pretty small portfolio. So I'm gonna go in and put in 450. And so I just decided to start making these videos. I can kind of record my growth, and you guys can watch it grow, and I can watch it grow, and just see how it plays out and how it works. That brings up my total value to 4,815. And so these are just some of my shares. I'm gonna go in first to an EV market stock. This one's Neo. They recently just barely, I think they barely went positive, or they're either going close to being profitable or they're about to be profitable. But they did have a really positive earnings quarter. Next one is, I believe, Canopy Growth. It's a marijuana stock. It's a pretty good one. They do a lot of work with, I feel like, the California side of the industry. Xpeng. This is another EV market stock. Electric vehicles, they're up there with Neo. And it's one of the top 3 based out in China. LI is going to be another one. LI Automotive. And then Afria. It's another marijuana industry stock. I want to say I'm buying into like 5 or 6 different kinds. And I'm also buying into 2 ETFs. This is actually an ETF right here. And it just comprised of a bunch of, marijuana industry stocks. I thought, I might as well diversify as much as I can in that field. The cannabis, this is another marijuana industry stock. Another thing I like about these ETFs is that they actually do pay a dividend for holding it. Aurora Cannabis, this one recently just dropped. It was sitting at like $13 per share. Now it's down to $6. They did a common stock offering, which pretty much means that they just they cashed out on some stock, and they lowered their price on their stock just to avoid some debt. Apple, I feel like everyone should have some Apple stock. It's a solid company, pays out a small dividend. Costco as well. With these blue chip dividend stocks, I wish I did put a lot more money into them. But since COVID knocked off a whole bunch of companies, and a whole bunch of companies kind of lost a lot of value because of COVID, I saw a lot of opportunity to go in and double my investments, and thankfully it worked out for me. Home Depot, that's one I really like. T. Rowe Price, and all of these are solid, good safety scores. A little bit more moderate on the dividend yield side, but that's what these companies are here for. They're here for more stability. Honeywell, these guys do everything. They work in aviation. They'll do safety equipment. As of lately, they've been actually doing the N95 mask. Johnson & Johnson, a bunch of house cleaner equipment and stuff like that. They pretty much, if it cleans a house, it's probably owned by Johnson & Johnson. Prologis, it's a REIT based out in California. They do real estate for them. Kind of my theory was to go in, buy a bunch of hurt companies because of COVID, and then once they reach back to their normal stock price, I'll probably rebalance my portfolio and put that into a lot more safer investments, so I'm not technically selling off, because that's, I'm a long-term dividend investor, but I want more security with it, because I'm thinking about the long term. Coca-Cola was a good one. Merck, they do it's a big pharmaceutical company. Berkshire Hathaway just purchased a whole bunch of shares of Merck, so that should tell you they're doing pretty good. Aflac, it's insurance. Bank of America, it's solid, but it's not my favorite bank stock. Up next, I got JP Morgan Chase. That one I've been kind of leading a lot more to. I think it dropped around like $90 around there, right when it got hit with COVID. Sitting at 114 right now. And Vanguard US REIT. So it's another ETF that has to do with the real estate industry. Good yield, solid. And I got another ETF from Vanguard. You can never really go wrong with a ETF, and let alone if it's from Vanguard, it's that much better. Help you diversify a lot more than you already are. And SBHT, this one has to be probably one of my favorite stocks. They're a monthly paying stock. Top of that, they're an ETF. Low volatility, so it's not going to jump super high in a day. It's not going to completely crash all that much in a day. It's just kind of meant to maintain its value. And then with that right there, I recently sold like half of my portfolio. I sold like $2,000 worth to kind of just help pay some debt off and get that out the way, so I can now be debt free. I feel like you can never go wrong with that type of investment. But I'm keeping tracks of the ones that I sold off, and I'm doubling my position in them again, so I can be exactly right where I was when I sold off in September. So I'm just crossing one of them off my list. And the next stock I'm going to go into is Sabre. Funny story behind this one. I was watching The Office. If you're a fan, But Sabre kind of takes over the paper company. And I was bored, just messing around. And goes to show that Sabre is an actually legit company. They do work for the airlines industry, which got hit really big. They do work with the travel industry, which also got hit really big. They're in informational technology. But yeah, Sabre ended up being one of my highest returners, with like 70%. Which I'm actually really surprised, because I was just, I was joking around. But after looking into the financials of the company, it's a pretty solid company. EPR Properties. This is one of the other stocks that I've been trying to double up my position on. Mind you, it's not a big position. I'm only putting in like $67 into this one. I can finally cross Sabre off of the list to double up. So I got one share of EPR left that I'm going to end up purchasing probably next week. I'll get that off the way. Brookfield Infrastructure. It's another one that I'm going to want to double up on. When I did this, I thought I was on dollars and not shares. I wish I had $2,000 that I could put into that company right now. But yeah, I'll pretty much wrap it up for all the stocks that I'm buying. Just kind of wanted to show you my EV market stocks, marijuana stocks that I'm trying to get into, and as well some of my blue chip dividend stocks. If you're looking for security, any one of those blue chip dividend stocks would be a great investment. All the other ones, like right here, that I've doubled up on, I have some pretty good stocks right there. QCOM, 5G, Skyworks 5G, Realty Income, some phenomenal stocks. But yeah, I'll probably get into those later in a different video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave down a comment if you have any questions.